Thank you. We had one individual signed up to testify, Brian Worley, citizen. Brian? Michael Transu with the Restaurant Association signed up in opposition to the bill.
Madam Chair, members of committee, my name is Brian Worley. I'm the creator of the new game WINaBRAIN, currently under consideration for the Washington State Lottery. I'm aware several of you also serve on the Senate's Early Learning K-12 Committee. Early learning, in my opinion, then the name itself demonstrates a desire for advancement in education. The question is does WINaBRAIN present the potential to advance beyond that K-12 level? Well, it's a raffle. Scholarships will be awarded. Your odds of winning one of these $25,000 scholarships are better than winning winning a $25,000 scholarship. Your odds are better than winning $1,000 playing lotto. So what are the potentials? Well, if the game only does as well as the worst game in 2006, 96 students per year would receive a scholarship. If it's a middle-of-the-road game, 800 scholarships and valued at over $20 million would be awarded. Now, under current legislation, approximately 80% of WINaBRAIN revenue will go towards education. Well, education, I could sit here and recite study after study demonstrating the benefits of an education for both individual and community. Statistically speaking, you're going to make more money, you're less likely to need public assistance, you're less likely to commit crime, you're less likely to smoke. We all know that there's benefits behind education. I'd like to read a couple of quotes. Tuition sticker shock turns too many away from higher education. That's Senator Karen Kaiser. Skyrocketing tuition dashes the dreams of too many qualified students. Senator Rodney Tom. I'm eager to work with my peers to improve education opportunities and access for students throughout the region. Senator Jeannie Colwells. 800 scholarships, that's making a difference. Brian Worley. Okay, why will this game work? All right, I was told, as Lynn Meyer has addressed as well too, that a lot of times a new game, there's not an increase in revenue. You see a rollover, of existing customers. Well, is that because the market's not out there, or the potential market isn't drawn to those types of games? Well, what is gambling really? Why do people play the lottery? The vast majority of people are going to tell you it's simple entertainment. A lottery ticket represents a dream. It's excitement. I can win. Gambling is emotions. So if we create an environment that's conducive to an emotional response, people will respond. Now, with that being said, I guess what I'm saying here is, if we were to ask parents what's more important to them, providing for themselves or providing for their children, what are they going to tell us? WINaBRAIN approaches the market with a different emotion, maybe even a more powerful emotion.
Brian, sorry to interrupt.
Please.
I really appreciate how you're presenting.
Thank you.
You're very creative, obviously,
Thank you.
to create this idea, too. We have your handout.
Mm-hmm.
If you could summarize, please, instead of going through line by line.
Yeah, no problem. I guess what I'm pointing out is simple. It's an opportunity for our children within the society. The populist, gambling's emotions, and if we're talking about emotions, people emotionally feel better when they know their dollar's making a difference. To my understanding, there's also a Senate Bill 6820. 3 of you are co-sponsors on it, and really it's exactly the same thing if you think about it, because it's to revamp the lottery more like the Georgia's educational lottery. Well, did it work for Georgia? Heck, they raised $853 million. Over 1 million students have benefited from that, and that's in 1 year. In 1 year, the Washington State Lottery in 2006, 102 million was put into the K through 12 construction fund, which to my understanding was supplemented funding. So once again, it all goes back to emotions. 853 million or 102 million, the drastic difference really comes in because once again, emotionally people feel better when they know their dollar's making a difference. As far as I guess the mission statement in Washington State is for the Senate is to provide for the public's well-being while protecting and maintaining the rights for an individual. A new lottery game, it's big business, and this shows the potential to educate hundreds, if not thousands, every year. When I talked to Senator Shin, he gave me a hug and said thank you. You know, really, I urge you, provide for the public's well-being, protect the rights of an individual, and give the citizens concerned with education a choice. I encourage any questions or comments.
Senator Franklin.
Thank you very much for your presentation, and I think we're all passionate about education. In regards to what is being done now, because we do have the GET program.
Right.
And do you see a building of this program, or is it a conflict, or what makes you think that people will buy tickets when they may be able to save if they want to do this?
Great question. I have spoke with GET, Larry Lee, Deputy Director. I actually spoke to him yesterday, and he told me good luck. And this is why, all right? Part of what I'm looking to do here is simple. On the ticket itself, if we were to include, first of all, where the money goes so that the parents that would play this know that their buck's making a difference. It's that repeat business thing, you know, that charitable factor. As well as if the tickets included a dedicated 800 number that is information on how to invest with GET or how to invest in the 529. To my understanding, legally, the only way GET's truly involved is if they allow us to use their name. But it would be interesting to see or quantify, I guess you could say, the true impact that this game has by not just how many scholarships are awarded, but by advertising on how to invest in your child. That's really the difference on a larger scale. Does that answer the question that you had? Thank you.
I think I don't know if you created any other games.
Actually, that's funny you asked this. Senator Shin asked me the same question. I've been told this is really creative thinking outside the box, thinking that should create millions of dollars, all right? When he asked me, I told him yes. It has nothing to do with the lottery. It's a simple fundraising, and it's for K through 12. I'm not willing to discuss at this point in time, just
sure, maybe you
because
should
we're
go
talking
and,
business, you guys.
Yeah, you might have a great future in looking at games. Thank you very much, Brian. I appreciate your having Senator Tom bring the bill to us.
Yeah, can I thank Senator Tom?
Yes, you may.
You know, I think it's really important to be said, because what you guys do, this has been a fabulous experience for me, you guys. I've had an opportunity to really experience the whole what you folks do around here, all right? And I can really tell you, some of you guys have some fabulous people working for you.
We do know
and, you know, with that being said, I see politics as something interesting.
And Brian, I'm sorry, if you're going to have to make a choice because we have two other bills.
I guess all I was going to say is, hey, look, he was a senator who listened to his populace, he made a decision, and acted upon that decision. And I don't care if you're talking business or politics, that's a good leader. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. That concludes the testimony on the Senate Bill 6459. I wish all of our people who testify have heard yours. That was wonderful.